let's have a look at an example now of using the distance formula to calculate the length of an interval. Find the length of the interval between point A, -1, 3, and point B, 2, -7, leaving your answer in exact form. So I think what we'll do first is just visualize where these points are on a number plane. So let's just sketch it quickly. Okay, so X, Y, there's our origin. Point A, -1, 3 is probably somewhere here. Okay, it's in quadrant 2. And point B is 2, -7. So it's probably somewhere here, right, in quadrant 4. So we want to try and calculate this length here. That's what we're trying to do. Now we can use the distance formula now that we've come up with it. Okay, and you've seen that hopefully in the previous video. So AB is equal to the square root of, okay, the difference in the x coordinates all squared. So that's the horizontal short side all squared, plus the difference in the y coordinates all squared, okay, or the square of the difference there. So there's your x2 minus x1, there's your y2 minus y1. So again, we can sort of picture this right angle triangle, and we're just applying Pythagoras theorem. Now, maybe just to make life a little bit easier, why don't we label the coordinates, you know, x1, y1, and x2, y2, so that just makes the substitution a little bit easier. Okay. So let's make that one x1, y1, and let's make this one x2, y2. Okay. Just make that one a little bit neater. Okay. So let's make that it's x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's substitute in these points. Okay, these values into the formula. Okay. Now x2 minus x1, so that's going to be 2 minus. Now x1 is -1 all squared. Okay, so it's 2 minus -1 all squared. So obviously 2 plus 1, so it's going to be 9. Okay, plus the difference in the y coordinates all squared. So it's y2, so it's going to be -7 minus 3. Okay, so it's y2 minus y1 all squared. Now, when you square something, it's going to turn it into a positive number. You know, could be, well, unless it's 0 squared, but discounting 0, -7 minus 3 is -10. -10 all squared is going to be 100, isn't it? So AB is going to be, okay, 2 minus -1 all squared is just really 3 squared plus 10 squared, isn't it? All right, so -10 all squared, okay, which equals to 9 plus 100, which equals square root of 109 units long. Now, if you wanted to convert it to a decimal, okay, we could just round it, depending on what the question asks, of course. So square root of 109, 10.44. It's a nice, convenient number to round to two decimal places. So that's equal to 10.44 units. Okay, correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, I know the question doesn't ask for a decimal answer. Clearly asks for exact form, so it's very important that we do quote the correct form. Okay, and that's how we use the distance formula for the length of an interval.